Borrow money to buy useless shit and save our fake economy, say the world banks. Bali Climate Conference, a waste of time, says extinct species and dead forests. Algerian bombers have links to Al-Qaeda, or the CIA, or Mossad, or Walt Disney. In the UK, Gordon Brown signs EU treaty and police moan about wages of fascism. Hello, excess life forms. Welcome to the fucking news. I'm smartly dressed. Here are tonight's headlines. Up to 110 billion in loans will be made available to the world money markets by central banks, including the Bank of England and the US Federal Reserve, to ease the credit crunch in interbank lending. Central banks are worried that if banks have trouble getting credit, they will raise rates for customers, bringing spending amongst indebted populations, their words not mine, to a standstill. We asked top economist and member of one of the world's wealthy banking families to explain the cash injection. In an exclusive interview with the fucking news, he did not say, "You see, you have to borrow money off us and buy the crap made in factories we lent money to build, or we're fucked. We must encourage more debt and therefore more spending before the snake eating its tail gets to the head." Imagine, if you will, a group of casinos full of gamblers. Our business is to ensure a supply of worthless plastic chips to these poor saps so they can continue losing their lives to us. If the landless peasants, I mean customers of the casinos, have no plastic chips, they can't lose and owe their life to the mob. I mean make money for the casino. In a way, they only exist because we need losers, I mean consumers, to play the game. Otherwise, we might as well kill you all. A non-existent spokesperson for an organization that doesn't exist said this in response to the banker's cash injection. Don't waste your time worrying about the future and how things might go badly wrong there. You're already economic slaves in Earth PLC. Wake up and smell the tyranny. Your pockets are full of paper and your minds are full of lies. The shit hit the fan a long time ago for most of you, and you're still worrying about interest rates. Now, fuck off back to work and be afraid of economic uncertainty and immigration. In a totally related story, EU ministers are threatening to boycott a US-led climate summit next month over the Bush administration's opposition to firm cuts in greenhouse gas emissions. The row comes during the penultimate day of UN climate talks in Bali, where progress on outstanding issues is slow. What a crock of bullshit! What a giant smokescreen of lies and corporate propaganda greenhouse emissions are. What about deforestation, consumerism, materialism?
Oh, Deke, you're so radical. Don't you know we can change? We can fix the problem and still go on destroying the world, Deke. You know, we just have to do it slowly. Didn't you know that, Deke?
Well, according to 400 biologists from all over the world, we're currently in a human-caused mass extinction, known as the Holocene Extinction Event. In a survey conducted by New York's American Museum of Natural History, 70% of them believe that 20% of all living populations will be extinct within 30 years. Biologist E.O. Wilson estimates in 2002, if current rates of human destruction of the biosphere continue, 1/2 of all species of life on Earth will be extinct in 100 years. That's something to look forward to. More significantly, the rate of species extinction at present is estimated at 100 to 1,000 times background or average extinction rates in the evolutionary timescale of the planet. This current rate of extinction is thus 10 to 100 times greater than any of the prior mass extinction events in the history of planet Earth. If you think that any of that information was part of the Bali Conference on Climate Change, send a stamped addressed envelope to "I believe recycling my pizza boxes will save the Earth" at "How can we continue to fuck the planet over for $1 so the super rich have more money?" In Algiers, 2 bombs on Tuesday killed at least 11 UN employees. It appears UN offices were deliberately targeted. Islamist group, the Salafist Group for Preaching and Combat, claimed responsibility for the attack and rebranded itself as Al-Qaeda in the land of the Islamic Maghreb. This training video shows radical Muslim extremists' ability to march, jump and climb over things, skills which were no doubt put to use in this latest deadly attack. The UN in Algeria did not make this statement after the bombings. The CIA had never blown things up or given money to people just to blow things up in order to create tensions, exploit divisions, further their own political ends, or just plain kill people. That's never happened. Mossad has no interest in portraying Muslims as violent killers and anti-Western terrorists. The intelligence agencies of America and Israel would never dream of inventing acts of terror or perpetrating them to ensure they get a bigger budget or more control over national insecurity. It is very likely that all sophisticated terror cells are organized and coordinated by crazy religious fanatics living in a dusty cave somewhere, armed with a couple of walkie-talkies, a laptop and a mobile phone. The billion-dollar budgets of Mossad and the CIA cannot hope to compete with these wily, skillful opponents and their unlimited supply of headscarves and rusty Kalashnikovs. In the UK, Gordon Brown flies off to Lisbon to sign the latest in a long line of European treaties without voters having any say at all. Before leaving, he did not say, "Oh, if we let people have a say in important decisions like this, business wouldn't get such a good deal. Now fuck off and pay your debts while I sell you down the river to a bunch of plutocrats with suits on." In a totally unrelated story, police in Britain are unhappy about their recent wage settlement. A spokesperson for the Police Federation did not say, Oi, if the government want us to be the fascist arm of a police state, they have to give us more money to carry out their thuggish tax-extracting, slave-whipping orders, or we'll sort them out. Know what I mean? In Scotland, controversy rages over Donald Trump, American millionaire's plans to build a luxury golf development on a stretch of unspoiled Scottish coastline. His first application having been rejected, the Scottish Parliament is now considering a revised plan. Minister for Inward Investment did not say, "Fuck off, Donald. We don't want your millions of dollars of investment and backhanders, or a luxury home on the edge of the golf course if we help you out." Wink, wink. And now the weather. The planet's fucked. It's your fault. And it's getting worse. But who gives a fuck?